extra pair.
Maybe if I do have an extra pair, maybe if I didn't wear glasses, then the whole time I'd be squinty eyes, and maybe I just look very smart. Maybe.
Perhaps.
Okay, so you're going to kind of disguise your
Yeah.
features. You don't have to go into a lot of detail.
Yeah.
But you're going to kind of
Disguise
disguise yourselves a little bit, wear different types of clothes than you normally wear. Logan, you have a suit. If you actually want to put a suit on, that would
that
actually
sounds-
make you look a lot different.
That sounds good to me. Instead of this
I put on like a cloak
overall.
and look like a little babushka.
Okay.
You
Yeah,
know,
you
he's
can do that.
flying.
You're going to Dr. Strong's house? Was that the plan?
Yeah.
Are you going to take Miss Porter's car? It's still parked out front.
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Okay. You drive up there. You drive up to Greenwood.
I'm gonna give her a flask because I'm gonna carry a flask on me in this.
Okay. So each carrying a flask full of the poison, just one flask each?
Yeah.
Okay. Your Winchester's still in the back on the floor, under the seat.
Oh, I never got ammo for my gun, but that's okay.
And your gun's
Use
probably still in the
I don't
apartment
use
right
it,
now.
yeah.
Okay.
And I want to keep my axe in the car too.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. So you drive up, you stop at a drugstore in Greenwood, and you check the telephone directory, and Dr. Strong is listed, and an address is given. You drive around for maybe 15 minutes before you find it. It's a nice house, upper class house, obviously on the edge of town, not near the Asylum. The Asylum is kind of on the north side of town, and this one's kind of over on the west side. So it's probably a 5-minute by car, maybe a 10-15-minute walk to get from one to the other. There is a garage. The garage door is closed, and the garage is kind of around the back. It's got a real nice manicured yard. Right now the grass is kind of dead, but it's a 2-story Victorian house with a tall tower in the front. Mostly made of wood, it looks like. What you see is you pretty much pull your car up front, right? You just gonna park it on the street.
Well, this is a pretty fancy place. You know, this guy must be pretty loaded. Is my first initial thought.
Okay.
As I'm getting out. All right.
Okay. Well, he's a doctor.
Yeah. So I guess we should
Right,
just.
so we go in and we say, hey, where do you work? And we ask him what different kinds of gods he's heard about. And we
Okay.
list off the different kinds of gods.
Knock, knock, knock. The door is answered by a young woman, maybe 25 years old. She is got an apron on, and it looks like a maid's uniform. And she says, yes, can I help you?
We're looking for Dr. Strong.
I'm sorry, he's at work.
Where does he work?
He works at Home Sanitarium. It's on the north side of town.
Okay.
Would you like to leave a card? Could I take a message?
We were just gonna ask about what kinds of gods he's heard about. We're doing a poll for the city paper.
What kind of gods?
Yeah.
I believe he's a Christian. I think he's Episcopalian.
Yeah, we just want
Yeah,
to
but
test
has
the
he
knowledge.
heard of any others? I mean,
Well, there's only one God. You know that. That Jesus Christ, our
yes, but
Savior,
other
died for our
other
sins.
false gods.
So would you like to take this quick poll?
Yes, I would like. Oh, yes.
All right. So
I'll take your poll.
Yeah, we have just a few
Okay.
deity-ish names.
Right.
The Buddha. Do you know much about?
We're gonna
the
give her
Buddha?
roles because it wasn't quite as widespread knowledge back in the time. Oops. Buddha. That's one of those Oriental gods, right?
Yeah.
I have heard of him. Yes.
Have you heard of Jesus Christ?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just we
I'm
just
a
have to ask
Catholic.
it. We just have to ask it. It's on the we have to ask.
Yes.
Maybe there's a Catholic somewhere who hasn't heard of Jesus Christ.
Then they're not a good Catholic.
Well, yes, but it'd be interesting.
Have you heard of Muhammad?
I've heard the name, but I'm not sure what religion that goes with. I don't know.
Okay. No, that's good to know. That's an opinion. And we have one more name. Have you heard of Shoggoth? Shoggoth.
He's
No,
not
your other name was
Catholic.
Arwasa, remember?
Have you heard?
Shoggoths are the creatures.
All right.
Have you heard
You can
of?
still ask it,
Yeah.
but Arwasa is the god. I want to just make
Have
sure
you
that.
heard of Oruasa?
No.
Okay. Have you? Okay, well, that's
Never.
never at all.
Never
Not
in-
even once.
No.
Not even a little bit.
Not even in
Dr.
No.
Strong hasn't
side
mentioned it
conversation.
at all.
Uh,
He hasn't.
I don't recognize the word at all. No.
So, okay. Well,
She
that's
seems genuinely perplexed. Like, she was ready for like something that maybe she knew, some weird god like Thor or something.
okay. Well, that's
Alright,
good. Thank you.
Thank
We're,
you.
Do you
we're
want me
good.
to ask Dr. Strong to contact you?
I think we're gonna head straight there.
Yeah, we're just gonna go to the
contact
asylum now. And
Oh,
ask
oh,
this
okay.
girl.
Oh, very well.
So
Okay,
maybe we'll need a
very well.
friend.
Do you know where it is?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes,
all right.
Thank you.
Well, you're welcome.
Thank you.
And then she closes the door and goes back to probably mating or whatever, cleaning or whatever she's supposed to be doing.
Nice. Okay.
And y'all return to the car.
Well, he's at
Let's
work,
go.
so I guess.
Yeah, you can drive up to the asylum. There. Oh, shoot, no. There's no cops there. There wouldn't be. The criminals are gone. There are a couple trucks out front. They appear to be like pickup trucks with rigs in the back, with ladders. They've also got a lot of like building equipment apparently. Yeah, there's two trucks. It's one. It says Pete Howell, contractor, on the side of one of them, like stenciled on. And there's some men. Actually, some men are. A couple guys are actually lifting some 2x4s out of the back of one of the trucks and getting ready to head into the asylum.
I wonder what all that's about.
Yeah, they're right there. They're walking by you as you guys pull your car up and get out.
Yeah. Well, what's our? I'm just staying in the car. Right
Okay,
now.
right. They're walking by the car. They're heading into the front door.
Well, what's our story here? Like,
We are here to take the pool.
I don't know if that would get us as far into it
Your
as
face scratching me.
asylum as it would just like someone's house.
Ooh,
You know.
yeah.
So I think we should try to act like we have like business here. But
But what kind of business would we have here?
well, perhaps we could pretend to be part of this like construction group that's like walking into the asylum right
So we're
You're
gonna
dressed wrong.
now.
we're
You're in
gonna
a suit.
Yeah.
grab one, take their clothes, beat him up, and wear his clothes.
Maybe.
Sounds like a good deal.
I mean, that's just like one way of getting in this place. Or we could just go as civilians.
Just pretend we're checking out the asylum. Like, oh, we have a friend or a family member who needs to go here, and we're just gonna look at your facilities.
Yeah.
To see.
That we were interested, but then upon hearing about the break-in, we're not so sure that it's the safest asylum.
Yeah, so we're here to check it out for ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That, you know, we don't want to commit any of our friends to this asylum unless we're sure that it's, you know, safe. That it's safe for our friend.
Yes. Okay, so that's our story. That's how we're gonna go in there. They're gonna believe us, hopefully, and then we can splash poison on his face.
Yeah. Maybe steal a few notes and then burn the place
Yes.
down.
Sounds good.
So you know, these shoguns can see the light of day.
Yes. And they all die.
So if we were gonna like break poison on this person's face during the tour, should we wait until like we're closest to his office?
Yeah, maybe we could say we want to talk to him in private while we're in his office, and then just oops, splash on your face.
Yeah.
And do
Can
it.
I offer you a drink? Splash.
Yeah. Want a sip of this? Oops. And then there we go. We have a plan. Now we have to wait.
Except I wouldn't be able to carry my axe or gun into it.
No, we have to go in armed with only this poison.
Yeah, do we have any
What did I miss? What are you talking about?
talking about our
We're talking
options?
about how to kill him.
How many splashes do we have with this like flask?
Just with the flask, it's like one each.
One throw
Yeah.
splashing?
And these are like liquor flasks, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be more of you doing like this as hard as you can to get it to come out fast because it's pretty narrow. The mason jars, you could have just gone.
Yeah.
So,
Maybe we ought to go back to our place and get some mason jars because figured if we could do this all at once, and we're gonna want to take out all these people. And set fire to the
Can I have some? I'm gonna put some in
Okay,
here.
I probably shouldn't eat all of that myself. So, do it again. This picture frame to do that.
Oh, I was gonna say, was that me?
Oh,
It's the picture frame doing
this is
Thank you.
all-
It falls off a lot.
it's the second one too.
I need to glue it in place, I think. Probably the heat coming up. Okay, what's the plan then, guys?
So, do either of us have like this, like a shoulder sling, like sort of journal case?
Probably not with you. Probably not.
Yeah, I
I
think
can get one from my apartment if we go back and get the mason jars.
yeah, we're gonna have to do that to load it up.
Okay, so you drive away now?
Yeah.
Okay, you drive back to Providence. Yeah, you have like a, some kind of satchel. And you grab all the remaining 4 mason jars. Jeffrey Quorum's in there. There's like a little pile of books next to him. You don't know where they came from.
Where'd you get the books, fella?
He says, "Oh, your neighbor across the hall."
Oh, cool. Listen, we're gonna go jump in that asylum and splash as many of these shoguns as we can and burn the place down and grab the guy's notes.
Yep.
So, if you wanted to join us at all.
Now, once you tell me where that Dr. Fragan is dead, and I don't have to worry about him anymore, I will contact Jeffrey Quorum's parents. I'm sure they will reward you, and I will tell them that you saved me. It would probably be best just to tell them that you saved me from that gentleman that's in the newspaper. There's a newspaper there too.
Oh, is it the same story?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a follow-up story, but it's got all the same information.
Okay. Yeah. So.
It's today's paper.
Cool. So hopefully we'll see you in like a couple hours.
Good luck.
If it all works out. I'm gonna grab a packet of matches.
What?
And, I think I can just like refill my flask, but one of us is gonna have to carry this sling full of mason jars.
I'll do it.
Okay.
And I guess we should just like truck in there.
Okay.
So you've got the satchel, 4 mason jars in there, right? Do you have both flasks in? Or do you each have a flask?
Now I do.
Okay, that's fine too. And you drive back up to Greenwood. It's probably about 3 o'clock in the afternoon by the time you've done all this. And it looks like they're still at work. These construction guys are still working on whatever they're working on in there. So what are you guys doing? Who's texting you now?
Hall council stuff.
Who? Oh.
We have an event tomorrow and it's super unorganized and we don't have a thing we need. She was like, "Isn't it your job?" And I was like, "No, I hadn't heard anything about that." And so now we are going to have to scramble tomorrow.
Alright.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
I want to ask these construction workers what they're up to. It's like small talk.
Don't you read the papers?
Yeah.
Yeah. That colored guy escaped. They tore up the place.
Mm.
We're having to put in new door frames. Reset a bunch of doors. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's a shame.
But this isn't this crazy house.
Yeah.
Those darn Negroes.
Whole gang of them, I guess.
How dare they?
Yeah.
You're
So,
endangering us.
how many guys you got in there working on these doors?
Half a dozen right now.
How long are you guys gonna be working here?
Another day or so.
Wow, that's a lot of work.
We gotta rehang all these doors they busted down. One guy busted through a wall.
Who would do such a thing?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Criminals. It's all criminals.
I guess I sort of walk back towards the car and I motion that you should turn back to the car.
Go back.
Okay, now you guys go back to the door.
So yeah, I feel a little bad for burning this place down if they're still inside. So,
We can tell them all to leave.
well, I don't feel like we have the authority to tell them to leave.
Don't forget all the people that are in those locked up in cells too.
Yeah. Like, yeah, I want to try and like freeze maybe or kill as least many innocents as possible. And all this is under our breath.
Yeah. I'm assuming you're sitting there like over by the car being very quiet.
So,
You're not just talking, hey, we're gonna kill a lot of people.
so should we like hold off a few days for these people to finish up the?
Well, also, maybe burning down wouldn't work because, like, the shadow are, like, super resilient, so maybe fire wouldn't even work on them.
Well, I'm thinking like we kill them all and then burn the place down so no one discovers that injury.
Well, if we kill them all, then we can get everyone out and
Yeah.
Well, your other option is also to come at night again when these guys won't be working at night. You know that. That's another potential option.
That's true. Maybe I'll wait until nightfall to do this. But then, of course, we have to like break in.
Yeah.
I don't know if we would we would be able to break in the same way. Through that coal shaft.
We might be able to, but I don't really want to go back down there again.
I probably wouldn't fit down there.
No, he definitely wouldn't.
I'd be able to run up the stairs and open the front door for you. We can try and break in that way again. I don't know. Do you want to quietly, nonchalantly walk around the back and see if the entrance is still there?
Sure.
Because if I was Dr. What's-His-Face and a bunch of people broke in and attacked me, I'd probably look for ways they could have gotten in and stopped that. So if we...
Well, it says coal chute in the story, didn't it? Didn't it say something about entering through the coal chute? Maybe the cops didn't release that information. You guys left footprints all over the place. Keep that in mind too.
Dang.
Remember, because there was coal dust all over you and Officer Bridges, and there's just no way to really clean yourselves off before you got upstairs and let them in.
Really? But why don't we just use this like poison stuff on the lock of the front door and just like break in from the front door?
But it dissolves only organic stuff, so only like plants and things.
Well,
you were initially here to see Dr. Strong. Keep that in mind too.
We can go in now and ask for Dr. Strong and be like, "Hey, Dr. Strong, do you know anything about these gods?"
but what if he does and
Well,
he turns into one of those guys while everybody's here? All the
how do you know about
Splash him
that?
in the face.
Oh, what a coincidence! We just happened to find it, and it was uncommon. We're not onto you or anything.
I want to talk to Dr. Strong, but what if we tried to talk to him at night, like after he gets off work,
Yeah.
instead of like going back into the belly of the beast? Because there's that chance that our perfect disguises will,
Your disguises are so good.
yeah.
I don't even
I believe-
recognize myself.
I believe they are, but there's a chance that this Sugar's character might see through them. And if we're already in there, then what's stopping them from just like killing us?
The people, the construction people, they're there, they can see things. They don't want like a bunch of construction people being like, "Hey, there's a creepy monster."
Yeah. Unless. Well, actually, that's probably a good point that they might.
I help you. You need help. This guy walked up from behind the car, and you're in the drive. I'm assuming you guys climbed back in the car and kind of chatting. He came up on the driver's side, and like you're sitting there, lean forward, like you're talking to her, and he was all of a sudden like right here. Can I help you?
Oh,
Need some help?
Oh no, I believe we just realized where we were. We were just like
Yeah,
had to
we were
stop
just
on the side of the
thinking
road.
about checking out this place, but we're just talking.
He looks up at the building.
Yeah.
You don't need no help.
No, I don't believe so.
Okay. I'm leaning down because he is too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Have a good day.
He's
sir.
got a rake in his hand. He kind of looks you both over, and then he kind of wanders back towards the back this way.
We're not very
Over here.
suspicious.
I'm gonna start the engine to make it look like we're about to move.
Okay. He was dressed like a handyman. You have
Yeah.
overalls.
Yeah, I figured.
Right.
Well,
Well,
should we just try and like go on a tour now? And,
yeah, well, they can't attack us without these handymen or
yeah.
all these construction guys. They're all witnesses.
Yeah, we'll have to talk to them in private.
Okay, what's the plan? What are you guys planning on doing?
I guess I'm gonna pull the car up just a little bit and then park it.
Alright, yeah, you can do that.
And then we're gonna walk out and we'll pretend to be touring the place to institutionalize one of our friends.
Yes.
You go into the reception room.
Yes.
You recognize the woman that's in there. It's that woman who threw that stiletto at Miss Porter. A little mousy faced woman.
You won't recognize me at all.
You were behind Miss Porter. She might not. You don't know. There she is. She'll guy help you.
We're here for a tour. We're thinking about putting our friend here. So we want a tour.
Okay, make me a luck check.
Yeah.
Wait, what are your lucks? Who's got the lowest luck?
My luck is 65.
35.
35. Make me a luck check, please.
There's
Yes. Percentiles? You want to roll that number 35 or less? You're almost high, right? 76. Okay. She goes, I'll get Dr. Fragan. And she stands up and she walks over to, there's like a brass tube, and she blows on it. Dr. Fragan, there's people who want a tour. Make me another luck check.
42.
Nope. Okay. She goes back over. He'll be right down. And then she sits back down at the desk and she starts like doing something, writing something.
Well, we had a recommendation to see Dr. Strong. Do you think we can see Dr. Strong instead? We heard good things about this guy in the
She
paper.
gets back up and blows. They want Dr. Strong. She goes to another one and blows on it. Dr. Strong. Okay. There's people want a tour and they wanted you to tour them. He'll be right here. She sits back down. It's a couple minutes later, and this gentleman arrives. He has gray hair, a nice thick, dark mustache. He's wearing pince-nez. I'm not sure if that's correct pronunciation. Glasses, the kind that clip onto your nose. They don't have any temples. He comes and says, "Yes, you folks wanted a tour.
Yes.
I'll show you what I can. Dr. Fragan really knows more about the institute than I do, but I will show you the entire place if you so desire."
Yeah, we would very much like that.
Okay. He starts making small talk as you're walking, as you just start to kind of leave the reception room about, is this a relative of yours? Is it a friend who wishes to self-commit? Blah, 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 blah. And he's just trying to get, like, general.
It's like a relative, but also a friend.
Oh, okay.
Like, one of
A cousin?
friends. Yeah, a cousin.
Very well. He starts to show you around the place.
Hey, we also are doing a project where we're taking a poll for the whole city. Would you be interested?
Giving what? A poll? What do you mean? Would I be interested in?
A questionnaire. We're doing a questionnaire for the paper on what people know, what gods, just to see what people's
General knowledge.
general knowledge is of different.
Well, I'm Episcopalian and I haven't really studied religion.
Well,
Well,
you
see,
might
that's
have
the
heard
idea,
of
it's
something.
like
Yeah,
these-
what have
Will
you
this
heard?
will this take long?
No.
I'm assuming you guys have left reception and kind of stopped in the hallway where you've had this.
No, it's not gonna take long. It's not gonna take long.
All right. Yeah. If you'd like to ask me some questions,
It'll be
fine with
fast. So, well, have you heard of Buddha?
Buddha. Yeah, it's one of the India or something, isn't it? China.
Yes. Have you heard of Muhammad?
Oh, let's check here for that. He probably does. Muhammad. Yeah, that's
I'm writing stuff.
that's Islam, right?
Yeah, and Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I'm Episcopalian. Yes.
It's just on the questionnaire. We just
All
want
right.
to ask. And
Arawasa?
Arwasa.
No, never heard of that one. Is that Asian?
It's.
Yes, I believe
Yes.
it is originated around there.
Oh, nope, not heard of that one.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
That's good.
For
That's
results.
good. All right. Cool. So we can't kill this guy.
You probably don't want to whisper that to him.
I believe that'll do for now.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
awkward,
it's very,
awkward.
very quick. Very quick.
I suppose so, yes. He can show you around if you guys have questions about anything or if you want me to tell you what each of these rooms are. What he does is he'll first kind of take you down this way and then he'll take you up this way, kind of pointing out these and telling you that that's Dr. Fragan's suite. And then he takes you upstairs to the regular cells and he takes you over here and shows where there's a lot of workers working actually on both these doors right now. Just kind of notes that area. He's not going to take you into the he's not going to take you into the high security wing right now. He notes it's under construction. But I can tell you what any of these rooms are if you want to know them, or if not, your characters will at least know them. However you want to go down, however you want to do this. No?
I wanted to ask him also like how many people are institutionalized here.
Right now we have about a dozen people in both wards total.
Right. It's good to know.
Yes, we have plenty of beds right now. Is your relative friend violent anyway?
Not at
No.
Okay, well there's plenty of beds in the regular ward.
Yeah.
Oh, and he takes you upstairs too to this area. It's just kind of plain. It's where the inmates can go to relax, to socialize, that kind of thing.
This looks like a very fine establishment.
We do our best. We've been very busy. Dr. Fragan's been very busy for a while, and so I've been taking on most of his duties. He happens to be here today.
Yeah, where is he right now?
I believe he's in his quarters working on. He has an idea that chemicals can be used to actually help cure insanity, and so that's a project he's been working on for some time. That's where those. Did you read the newspaper? You read about those people?
Yeah, I briefed over it.
His lab in the basement is where they were found, and it was apparently they were probably trying to find some kind of drugs, but that's not where we keep like pharmaceuticals. So, damnedest thing ever, damnedest thing.
Yeah, those drug heads gotta get their fix.
Yeah. Damnedest thing. That's all he's got to say about that. He's just like really floored by it.
So, has Dr. Fragan, ever mentioned anything weird or like mysterious?
No, Dr. Fragan's quite a good psychiatrist. He has.
Has he ever tried to convince you to join some forceful army?
No.
I'm just curious.
What are your opinions of the chemical treatments for patients?
If it worked, it would be amazing.
If it worked.
Well, he's not obviously tried it on any patients, and right now it's all in the hypothetical phase, from what he's told me.
So how do you treat your patients?
Oh, psychotherapy. We have the ability to use electroshock, hydrotherapy. I also am and quite proficient at hypnosis. Sometimes we tried deep regression therapy to help the patient either confront or to actually remember the things that he's battling in his mind. We've had a very good turnover rate. Home sanitarium is quite expensive, but it is well worth the money. And until this whole thing happened, I don't think Dr. Frading is going to ever allow us to take on a criminal again, which is probably for the best. Otherwise, we have a very good turnover rate. Patients are all well taken care of, well cared for, well fed. We keep them clean. We had a gentleman just till the other day who was completely comatose. Oh no, he doesn't say that. Sorry. We have one gentleman who's completely unresponsive, has to be fed, has to be completely taken care of, and he is very well taken care of. So we can handle almost anything, up to and including violent cases. We have 4 orderlies who are all quite burly, in order to make sure that no one hurts themselves or anyone around them.